The ship's hull hummed beneath my feet as I made my way toward the airlock, my hand resting against the cold metal wall. I had been on Station Clyra 9 for nearly 2 months, cataloging alien flora and fauna for the Galactic Exploration Initiative. Normally, I wouldn't have minded leaving, but something about this station had grown heavy on me, an intangible tension, like the air itself was holding its breath. I thought I had accomplished all I came to do, scanned every corridor, analyzed the samples I had collected, and logged the odd phenomena reported by the station's AI. Yet, there was one person I hadn't quite figured out: Dr. Lyra Vey. She was the lead xenobiologist here, a woman as enigmatic as the patterns of a pulsar, brilliant yet distant, and always observing me with a sharp, calculating gaze that I never quite returned fully. For weeks, I'd noticed the way she moved through the lab, her silvery hair shimmering under the sterile lights, her fingers tracing instruments as if she were conducting a symphony no one else could hear. And for weeks, I had tried to leave her out of my thoughts. Now, as my boots clanged against the docking bay, I convinced myself it was time to go. I activated the airlock, the magnetic seals hissing as the outer door slid open to the void of space. The cold, infinite darkness of the Clyra system beckoned me. I had a shuttle waiting, prepped and fueled for the journey back to the Orion hub. My mission here was technically complete. No loose ends remained. Or so I thought. Going so soon? Her voice cut through the hum of the airlock, and I froze. Lyra stood just behind me, framed in the doorway, her expression unreadable. She was wearing her lab coat, and the faint glow of the station lights made her eyes look like twin stars suspended in darkness. For a moment, I wanted to tell her I was simply leaving, that this had nothing to do with her. But something in her tone stopped me. Yes, I said finally, keeping my voice calm, though my chest tightened. My shuttle's ready. There's nothing left for me here. Her gaze softened slightly, but the edge in her voice remained. Nothing left? Not everything. Not the part you haven't seen yet. I hesitated. The samples? The scans? I've done all that. She shook her head slowly. No. I mean what's hidden. Beyond the records, beyond the labs, beyond what you think is real. The words made my stomach knot. Station Clyra 9 was old, built atop ruins that predated humanity's presence in this sector by millennia. Some corridors were restricted, accessible only to her and the AI. Rumors had circulated among the few scientists stationed here, whispers of anomalous phenomena, strange energy readings, even disappearances. I had always dismissed them as exaggerated tales. Until now. I don't understand, I said, my hand brushing against the airlock panel. The shuttle hummed softly in the docking bay, ready. I need to leave, Lyra. I've stayed longer than I should. She stepped closer, the air between us charged in a way I couldn't explain. Then stay, she said simply. I froze, the word hanging in the air like an electric current. Stay. Yes. Just for a little while, she continued. There's something you need to see. Something alive. Something I haven't shown anyone else. Her eyes held a seriousness that sent a shiver down my spine. I wanted to argue, to insist that duty and schedule demanded I leave, but my curiosity, stubborn and impossible to quell, rooted me in place. All right, I said at last. Show me. We walked in silence through the station, her steps silent against the metal flooring. The corridors here were narrower than I remembered, twisting at odd angles, as if the station had grown organically rather than built according to blueprints. The lights flickered faintly overhead, and the AI's usual calm announcements were absent. I felt a tension I hadn't realized had been there all along, like the station itself was holding its breath. Lyra led me to a door I had never noticed before. It was smaller than most, unmarked, almost unassuming. She swiped a card, and the door slid open with a hiss, revealing a chamber bathed in soft, pulsating light. Inside, the room was unlike anything I had ever seen. At its center floated a translucent sphere, about the size of a small spacecraft, containing a mass that seemed both biological and mechanical. The form shifted constantly, tendrils extending and retracting, luminous patterns flowing across its surface. It seemed to pulse in rhythm with the station's own energy. "This," I breathed, stepping closer. "What is it?" She smiled faintly. "We call it the Vea. It's alive, but not in the way we think of life. It's ancient, older than the station itself. It's aware." I leaned closer, trying to comprehend the flowing shapes inside the sphere. The tendrils brushed against the glass, as if sensing my presence. A strange warmth spread through me, a sensation of connection, and I realized I could feel its consciousness, not with my mind, but with something deeper, something primordial. "How did you find it?" I asked, awed. "Why keep it hidden?" Lyra's eyes met mine. "Because most wouldn't understand. It's not just an organism. It's a consciousness. It can communicate, but only if you're ready to listen." I glanced at her, realizing that she wasn't just a guide. She was a translator, a guardian. Ready to listen to what? "To the truth of why this station exists," she said. Her voice softened. "And why you were sent here." Before I could respond, the sphere shifted suddenly, tendrils reaching toward me. I stumbled backward, fear and awe warring inside me. Then, a voice, not hers, not mine, but something entirely foreign, echoed in my mind. "Welcome." I froze. "I'm listening," I thought, unsure if it was a thought or a word I had spoken aloud. "You were chosen," the voice said, soft yet infinitely powerful. "To witness, to understand, to remember." I felt a strange resonance in my chest. "Chosen for what?" I asked. "To bridge worlds, to connect life forms that are divided by fear and distance, to awaken what has been dormant." Lyra placed a hand on my shoulder. "It's not dangerous," she said quietly. "Not if you trust it." I nodded, though uncertainty gnawed at me. The Vea shifted again, this time projecting images into the air around us, sprawling alien landscapes, civilizations thriving beneath alien suns, beings communicating in ways beyond speech, symphonies of light and energy dancing in a cosmic rhythm. My mind reeled. I don't understand," I whispered. "You will, but first you must decide." Lyra stepped closer, her hand brushing mine, grounding me. "The Vea can travel with you," she said. "It can expand your mind, show you the universe as it truly is. But once it leaves this station, there's no going back. Are you ready?" I looked at her, and in that instant I understood. I hadn't been sent here merely to catalog alien flora or collect data. I had been chosen to witness the awakening of something far greater than myself, and she had been waiting, guiding me to this moment. I think I'm ready," I said, though my voice trembled. The sphere pulsed brighter, tendrils weaving around me without touching, enveloping me in warmth and light. My vision blurred, and for a moment, I thought I was falling through the void. Then, suddenly, I was somewhere else, a place where stars shimmered in impossible colors, where planets rotated in patterns I had never imagined, and life existed in forms that defied logic. I could feel the Vea's consciousness intertwined with mine, whispering secrets of the cosmos, showing me the threads that connected all life. And through it all, Lyra's presence remained a steady anchor, her hand in mine, guiding me through the infinite. Time lost meaning. I don't know if hours or days passed, But eventually, I found myself back in the chamber, the sphere hovering quietly, its pulse slow and gentle. I was changed. My mind expanded, my understanding of life forever altered. Lyra studied me, a soft smile on her lips. "You stayed," she said, almost in wonder. "I did," I replied, still absorbing the enormity of what I had experienced. I didn't realize what I was missing until now. "You were about to leave," she said, "but staying was the right choice. Some things can't be recorded or explained. They must be experienced. You understood that." I nodded, feeling the truth of her words settle deep within me. "And the Vea, it can stay?" Lyra's eyes sparkled. "It can go with you, but only if you choose. If not, it remains here, waiting for the next ready mind." I looked at the sphere and felt a connection I had never known, a choice stretching before me. I choose to take it, to see more, to learn more. The Vea pulsed in response, tendrils weaving around my hand, gentle, affirming, alive. I felt a surge of purpose, a clarity I had never known before. And as we left the chamber, the station itself seemed to breathe with us, a living entity acknowledging our departure. Weeks later, aboard my shuttle leaving Clyra, 9, I reflected on the moment that had changed everything. I had been ready to leave, to walk away from the unknown, to cling to the safety of routine. But a single word, stay, had altered the course of my life, opened doors to the infinite, and introduced me to a companion that defied comprehension. Lyra's words echoed in my mind, soft but insistent. Some things can't be recorded or explained. They must be experienced. I realized then that some invitations, subtle yet profound, are the ones that shape destinies. I had almost ignored it. I had almost left. But staying had been the choice that changed everything. And in the vast expanse of space, as stars streaked past my viewport, I understood. The universe is alive, and I was now alive within it.